My next guest is going to be taking on Neiman Gracie at Bellator 246 on September 12th. It is Jon Fitch back here on the program. John, how's it going?
I am doing great. This old guy is ready to kick some butt.
Yeah, good to see you back, man. I was really excited when I saw this matchup was announced. What brought you back to fight Neiman Gracie?
It was a great opportunity. Neiman's the Gracies, has a great name, recognizable. I don't have to explain to people who I'm fighting. My roommate, I just got a new roommate, and we do a podcast together, Chris Tinkle. He was telling his dad that I had a fight coming up, and he's like, "Oh, who's he fighting?" He's like, "Oh, he's fighting a Gracie." And his dad, he doesn't really follow the sport, and he was like, "Oh," he got really concerned because it's a recognizable name. But Neiman's tough. It's a good fight, good matchup, and I kind of decided to come back because we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we don't know what next year is going to look like. And if I can make a little bit of extra money going into the next year, that's good. But also, I like challenges. I like extreme challenges. I like to mess with my own mind and push myself. So there's extreme training conditions this time because, 90% of the training was done in my garage. We have all these protocols with testing and stuff going forward, in the Mohegan Sun, and we had to do a swab the other day and UPS that into them, make sure we're clear of the COVID. Yeah, the no crowd. You're limited a little bit on corners. I'm a co-main, but I'm only allowed 4 corners, or only allowed 3 corners. You're limited on what you can do when you're at the hotel and where you can go, and it's going to be a high pressure situation that is unique, and I think it's going to make a great story.
I agree. I love that you're embracing all this, the challenge of
lean into it. You can cower and hide in your home, or you can lean into it and just make the most of it because it's all you can do.
And so when did you make that adjustment from, not training at the gym to, doing the home thing? When did you really make that a focus? Because I think we sort of knew early on that this was going to take a while for all the gyms to get back open, especially where you're at in California.
Yes, well, we started training a little bit at AKA, and then somebody caught the COVID. So out of just caution, everybody had to get tested to come back. Well, I didn't get around to getting tested or whatever. So I was training at the home. I had people come to my house. I have a nice setup. It's not like I'm I'm not doing the Rocky in a barn. I have full mats and my bike and weights and everything I need, and then people can come to me. My coaches can come to me. So, Cormier did a lot of training in his spot too for his fight. So some guys have the resources to do it at home. So we're just doing it at home. That's the only thing you can do. I have been able to get into AK the last week and a half in order to just kind of finalize some things and work with some guys. Rolling around with Ed Ruth and Yuri Somez. So, just kind of yardsticking myself, making sure I'm still where I need to be. And I've been doing this 18 years. It's not like I don't know how to fight. It's not like I'm trying to learn new skills right now. I just need to be in hella good shape and then fight the way I know how to fight.
And that's a big thing in this fight. And it's like any fight that Gracie takes as far as that goes. He's only got 10 fights. I know, obviously, very well known in the jiu-jitsu world and everything else. But you're going to be hard pressed to find anyone who has more fights than you on the Bellator roster. How much of a factor do you see that in this fight?
It's a huge factor. I think experience goes a long way. I mentioned, grappling with Ed Ruth. He fought Neiman before, and I think Ed, he's got 2 losses that he should not have, and I think that's just a matter of experience, competition experience. Gracie had more competition experience in jiu-jitsu, which gave him an advantage over Ed. Amasov also, he had 20 some fights. It's just the experience, and experience does really go a long way. And just knowing how to position yourself to maximize your performance each round to make sure that you're in place to win the fight and finish the fight.
Now, we've heard a lot of fighters, at least that I've talked to, there's obviously with COVID-19, a lot of people are eating more because they're at home a little bit more often. How's the weight cut going ahead of this fight, especially as you're getting a little bit older?
Oh, man. So I was... On April 20th, I was 218 pounds. So if you go to my Instagram, Jon Fitch Smash, you scroll down, you'll see a side-by-side comparison of me at April 20th, and then you'll see me 3 months later, and I went from 218 to 192 in those 3 months using the methods from my book, The Weight Cut Bible.
I was going to give that a plug, yeah.
And then I've managed to manipulate and keep it in a good place since then, and I'm sitting right now about 185. So I'm in a great place to make the weight. The problem is I've put on 5 to 7 pounds of muscle. So I am leaner now at 185 than I would normally be at 180, 178. So the last 2 pounds might get interesting.
Right. Yeah. It might be a bit of a struggle there. We'll see what happens
a little
there.
bit.
You talked about training partners and everything like that. What about your cornerman? How's that all working out? Because I know sometimes with COVID they sort of limit that.
Yeah, so I'm a co-main. Usually you get 4 corners for co-main, so I'm not getting that. I'm only getting the 3 like everybody else. It's nice that they're giving everybody two hotel rooms though. Usually only the main and co-main will get 2 hotel rooms. It's kind of a silly thing, but so that's kind of good for everybody, getting 2 rooms. Because, as a fighter, you don't want, I fought in Brazil and I had like 6 guys in one tiny room. The guys are sleeping on the floor and it was great, but whatever. It was a great trip, but come on. Is it that much more expensive to get 1 more room for some guys? But yeah, so that, is a pain in the butt. Also, I kind of like it though, because this part, everybody's got to go at the same time. I like my corners to come with me at the same time. Sometimes I'll come a day early, maybe, and then they'll come in and we'll get working. But sometimes they can't come in until Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever. But like because of the quarantine protocols, if your corner comes in after you, like he's quarantined separate, and you won't see him until fight night. So like, yeah, your corners have to like make adjustments to make sure that they can leave at the same day as you and get there at the same day as you, so that you have access to your corner fight week. And then I'm not sure how lenient they're going to be with because Ed's fighting Friday night. Like if I'm going to be able to,
Taylor Johnson, I just spoke to him actually last week.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'll be allowed to like drill or train with him those lead up days. I'm not sure if we'll be allowed in the same room.
Okay, so it's kind of TBA at this point, right?
Yeah. So like it's a mystery. That's fun.
But that's why you took this, right?
That's why I took it. Yeah. Let's see what happens.
A little wacky going into this one. That's interesting. Yeah. So how do you see the fight playing out on the 12th? He's going to look to submit you. You're going to probably look to out-wrestle, strike him. Am I getting this wrong here? How do you see?
No, he's very straightforward. He's just really good at what he does. So he's going to punch to clinch, look for the outside trips, look for positional dominance, and then his back attack to the finish with the rear naked. That's Neiman Gracie. You can see it coming. It's coming, but like, are you good enough to stop it from happening?
This fight, like you said, you enjoy the challenge of it. What's the plan after this? Are you just taking this fight, see how it goes, and then sort of assess from there?
Yeah, pretty much one fight at a time. I've been wanting to try to retire, but I told myself a while ago that like if I lost again, I would retire. But that was. It's the last time I lost was 2014. So I keep going. And then the last fight was a draw. So I kind of technically have to keep going. But yeah, so if I win this fight and they want to give me a title fight or something else with a big name, that's fun. That's interesting. But I'm moving a lot towards seminars, and some states and places are starting to open up. So I'm going to try to get back into doing some seminars. And then I've been putting some online content for educational purposes. I have a kids wrestling course I put up on Gumroad and my email list. I have a 90-day neck care guide. It's a process I went through to help fix my neck so I didn't have to get surgery and retire. I have a resistance band training course that I'm coming out with soon. Those will all be accessed through either my email list, if you join my email list, my newsletter, or if you can just download it from Gumroad for free. I put it up there for pay whatever you want if you want to. Some people drop money, some don't. I don't care. It's just kind of practice to do it so that when I start putting out pay content, I'll kind of have a better idea of what I'm doing.
No, it's smart. And I see you're also on the Rockfin platform because I'm on there too, which is cool. So
awesome.
How has that been?
Rockfin is great. Rockfin is great.
Aren't they? It's awesome. I really like it, and I like the whole token system, and I like cryptocurrency is the future anyway. So I love how that's all sort of coming together.
No, yeah, I really like it. There's a lot of good creators on there. I like that you can say what you want to and not have to be too worried about getting
Like
canceled on this
YouTube, which
platform.
shouldn't say that
Yeah.
too loud because that's how this is
No,
going to
yeah,
go on
like
here. But still, yeah.
I get demonetized for like nothing. It's a silly thing. So yeah, I think it's a better way to do it. You can put up free content. You can put it behind a paywall. I think it's really good. I need to produce some more stuff on there. I'm getting some stuff together. It's gonna be getting better, and I'm actually gonna put the resistance band course up on Patreon. I'm sorry, on Rockfin. Yeah, I was gonna get available there. So it'll be available for a few places. But yeah, that's what I'll do is I'll drop little instructional gems there, and then I have some podcasts that I do. I have a show called Boomer and Toots with my friend Leah Lee. We give a masculine and feminine point of view on a lot of the current situations going on, and we talk about dating stuff.
Yeah, how is that for you? Kind of not doing the typical, fight podcast. It's a little bit out of the bubble a little bit. You enjoy that?
It's fun. I mean, people like it. It's good to get your perspective and listen to other people's perspective, talk about fun stuff, and just kind of get away from the fight game a little bit.
Yeah, no, I like it. Before I let you go, I did want to ask you about this. I kind of messaged you this when we set up the interview. This Antifa stuff that's going on with the protests. I know this is something, you've sort of been, posting the videos and stuff, just kind of showing what's going on. How crazy is this that it's sort of become normal where it's like, protesting and destroying property is just sort of like
and killing
for the course. Exactly. Yes,
30 people are dead. 30 people are dead because of all of this. And they're trying to act like there aren't. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I don't know what the political play is here. Do they think that if they riot enough and they kill enough people, that people will think Trump's bad and they'll vote him out? I don't understand that logic. It doesn't really seem like that's gonna pan out for them. But yeah, the whole Antifa thing. Like, I'm gonna start a group called the Anti-Bad Guys.
Right. Yes.
Right. And because I am the head of the Anti-Bad Guys, like anybody I'm attacking is the bad guy. So like, if you don't support me in what I'm doing, like you must be the bad guy. There must be something wrong with you. So I'm going to be the leader of the anti-bad guys, and we're going to go out and we're just going to take care of Antifa. And if we're against them, that must mean they're the bad guys. So that's logic, guys. Can't defeat it. You can't defeat it. I win. But no, if you're using violence for political reasons, you're wrong. Political
100%,
violence,
100%
100% wrong. 100% wrong. Nothing has ever changed because of political violence. Nothing has changed for the better because of political violence.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. And I'm looking forward to seeing you get back in the cage, Jon. Really excited for this fight, September 12th. It is Bellator at 246. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, anything you want to plug, the floor is yours, sir.
I would like to thank Fisticuts. Just gave me my friend Rob gave me an amazing haircut. He sponsored me for the fight also. He drove, I bought a dog and I had to get it shipped down. And I could only get it to Portland. So like he drove down from Portland with my dog and cut my hair. And I got to thank him. I got to thank Oak Grove Technologies because they've been sponsoring me forever. I'm a representative with Infra Resolutions. You can go to buyinfra.com and you can buy all kinds of tech equipment. You can use code Fitch and get 10% off of that. And it's not just equipment. If you need somebody to run, like you got a school or you got a business or whatever, and you need your IT systems taken care of, they do that stuff too. So buyinfra.com and you can check that stuff out.